Okay, that's what I figured. And that has to be the right color. Yep. I like this actually. Mostly because it actually narrows down what could be a correct answer. Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here and welcome back to Filament. We've got a lot of stuff to do, and I don't quite remember all of it, honestly. Like, I just don't. We finished everything in here. Because that doesn't go any further. Did we find one password? We did, we found one password. To check. Man, I'm bad at this. Pistachio. Alright, I finished my analysis on the initial data we've collected on Arnold 475M. Appears to be a pseudo candidate for human settling. Rules for the probe's preparations. The Filament Corporation have rescheduled the launch of the Lantern to probe for 20 days from today. Well-oiled machine. Rule preparation is going to be landing site selection. We're closely with Juniper. Jay, did you see that we're working together? There's no escape now. I did, it's pretty exciting. I trust that you'll be no trouble. I know that you can be a little prone to goofing off. That seems like friendly banter to me. Can I mention in my mission briefing that you offered to help Juniper with herself? Alright. There's a large shield rock formation. It's massive, it houses multiple biomes. To collect sample research seems like a pretty good idea. I also suggest naming the landmark. Your suggestion for the landmark's name has been noted and rejected. Oh, I suggest also naming the landmark Pistachio. Nice. Luscious pink space shield is go. Oh, this is the cats. Oops. Ooh, movie night. I would get along with these people. Let me just say that. She's trusting me with the most important role of the probe mission. She also has given me a subordinate in Juniper. Canary didn't use those exact words, and Juniper might not agree with it either, but I know the truth. I will rule with an iron fist. Quite literally, there is no democracy. Vermilion has joined the cause. We will be unstoppable together whilst also learning new things about Earth. I can't stop thinking about Earth. Vermilion showed me his photo album today. It was beautiful. And the stories he told? I can't imagine what it would be like to swim in an open water amongst the fish like that. He told me about his wife and the house they built together. He never said exactly what happened between them, but I think she passed away. There were a couple of times he started welling up while speaking about her. I think that may be why he's here. He's never really told me anything like this before, just answered questions about Earth. I think I saw June tear up a little while listening to him too, at least before that sneezing fit started. They have arrived, the kittens are here, and oh my god, they are adorable. I spent all afternoon with them. This is probably the best thing that's ever happened in a space vessel anywhere. If you exclude Canary, who seemed doubtful at best and disgusted at worst by the kittens, there's a solid 1-to-1 cat-to-human ratio going on right now. Oh, those are dangerous. That's a dangerous ratio. That's how the cats take over. Oh god, this is so complicated. Oops. Aubergine. Suggestions for your feet. You know, interested as a technician aboard the Alabaster. Your assignment color is purple. Your assigned name is Aubergine. It is important to remember that TFC guidelines require the mandatory use of your moniker in all areas of your new workspace, including but not limited to all forms of written or verbal communication. Any self-referential materials such as logs, diaries, all forms of identification failing to adhere to these guidelines may result in severe disciplinary actions. That's still really weird. Today's Wednesday. Okay. It's like they're teaching people how a week works. Many years of hard work by countless people have put you here, on the edge of the known universe, to answer the question that will alter the trajectory of our species forever. Be bold, friends, and guide us into a new age. My name is Swan, interesting, not a color, and I have been assigned to the Alabaster as off-structure captain. As you are aware, it's the Filament Corporation's preference to relinquish captaincy from a given crew member and instead pass that responsibility onto a member of Mission Control. I am said member. The command of the Alabaster is my sole duty. I will therefore be available for contact at all times and will be working closely with you all. We've all just woken up from a rather long sleepy. Sorry, wow. That apparently I am tired and I am projecting. From a rather long sleep. So it's crucial that everyone eat a high calorific meal and to aid quick recovery from the residual effects of cryosleep. And prepare, I'm preparing a special meal for everyone. Cool. I know everyone is busy, but it's of the utmost importance that you all come for a full health evaluation in the next 36 hours. I keep accidentally pressing. It's not unheard of for cryosleep to cause augmentations to play up a bit or in suffering altogether, so please get in touch if you're worried about anything. It seems as though my eyes have stopped working. They started fading in and out about an hour ago, and I can't even see my hand in front of my face. I would come find you, but you know, I can't see. That's terrifying. I guess it does say augmentation, so the implication is that it is a biomechanical aug. Just thought you'd let you qualified to perform augmentation maintenance and enhancement. It's not unheard of for. Oh, right. So I would say thanks again for taking a look at my hands this morning. They feel way better. It only took a few hours for the movement to come back fully. It's almost good as new. I hope the cactus is payment enough just to remember to water it sometimes. Our journey here didn't quite go smoothly as we were told it would. Nothing to worry about, but for the time being I'm going to be assessing damage to the ship's core systems. Hey, I'm mostly just sorting out the OS stuff. I was talking to you about this earlier this week, so let me know if you need a hand with anything. Just finished working on the engines. They are fully up and running. Snap auto loss connection to secondary controller. I suppose you could take a look at it for me. Just take a look. Seemed the software issue with the engine controller. I've distributed a patch to all unit systems that should resolve the issue. That is less likely to actually be a thing that would occur. Since maintenance of the station is well underway and we're still scheduled to begin the midway through the week, SA9, now is perfect time to revisit research protocol and what is expected of you. This is important for all crew members regardless of assignment. This is a research vessel after all. Whilst I've attached the full research protocol guideline document provided by Mission Control for you to peruse at your leisure. As head of research, I've written a condensed comprehensive list of their protocols I expect you to follow at all times. It's imperative that you keep on top of your fitness for the duration of the mission. This will help maintain all aspects of physical and mental health, not to mention make my job easier. You're obligated to do 2 hours of exercise a day over 2 separate sessions of an hour each. That's a lot of exercise, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's not, I'm a bodybuilder levels of exercise, but it's like, it's more than you are recommended to do here on Earth. But then again, being in space has other downsides. Though it appears that there's artificial gravity. If it's not up to Earth's standards, then, you know, you need to actually work to maintain. And also, I imagine that without having to do a lot of the other obscure things that you would have to do, like, in a normal day, because you're working on a space station, that time is actually not as hard to find. Especially when it's required, and arguably you're being paid. Could get a hold of the camera footage from the greenhouse during our cryosleep, do you? There's this plant that should be in bloom. I have to know if I've missed it. Fabled unflowering flower. During cryosleep, we don't store all the footage from the flight. It's mostly boring footage of empty rooms. We do, however, store 30-second clips every 12 hours. I imagine that should give you most of the insight that you are seeking, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't do plants. Towards meeting this mission. You'll hear less from me over the next week. To remind you that this is highly recommended that you record logs in a terminal at least once per week. These logs are just for you, so no one else will read them. There have been extensive research done on the mental health of crews in isolated locations. The two best things you can do to ensure good mental health are as follows. Share your feelings with a qualified professional, which would be me, and get into a routine of writing down what you are feeling. These logs can follow whatever structure you desire. I cannot stress this enough. These logs are for you and no one else. It honestly feels really good that like a lot of this is geared towards making sure that everybody here is healthy, because living in a confined space for an extended length of time with presumably a limited subset of people, you know, something I suppose that when this game was released was not something that many people were familiar with, but you know, is kind of familiar to a lot of people now. I would like to begin the day by asking all crew members to kindly respect TFC guidelines in regards to their personal workspace as well as that of others. I don't wish to point any fingers, but it has come to my attention that someone tracked mud through a number of third floor corridors, in bare feet no less. So we've been very lethargic since we arrived. How about... okay, that disables the cat. Number of questions in response to the research protocol guidelines sounded earlier. Hour-long briefing at the end of the day. Any chance you have one lying around? Yeah, okay. Word of the day. Commencement, harmonious, grandiose, symptomatic, rambunctious, perpetual, chivalrous. Alright. Alright. I think we've got all our passwords here. This card, like... treat this card like a physical grams. Lost or stolen gift cards cannot be replaced. Redeem any new Pangea store. Okay. Alright, on to more puzzles. Oh, that's right. We learned that... oh gosh, I just wish this was faster. There are two unknown things in here. And there's one collectible in the room below us and two, so it's 1, 2, 1. Just collectibles. Oh wow, it just really ham-fisted me into that, which is not what I wanted to do. Huh. Interesting. Wow. Like, at first I thought it was like a magic card type thing, but it seems like that is not the case. Okay, cool. I saw that. I just... Reward credit. Okay. Alright, let's start doing some puzzles. I imagine we're gonna get a new... This is gonna be a new mechanic. Okay, so this implies we have to do everything in pairs. That's oh, I see. Yeah, it turns the filament. It turns the filament a color, and then when you hit the second one, it goes back to white. So that's how you know. Yep. Okay, that's what I figured, and that has to be the right color. Yep. I like this actually, mostly because it actually narrows down what could be a correct answer. Oh, see, that's super interesting.
So, I've been eating emergency calorie paste for the duration of my time in this cockpit. Do you happen to know how many flavors of emergency calorie paste there are?
1.
2. There are 2 flavors of emergency calorie paste. Initially, I figured that eating a different flavor each day was a good plan, but retrospectively, this is not the case. I now hate both equally. One of these allegedly tastes like mangoes, whatever those are. Bet you can't guess what the other is, though. I'll give you a hint.
Melon?
It spoils when it knows it's being eaten.
What? I have no idea what the answer to that question is. Damn. See, this doesn't work. Like, our options here are incredibly limited, which is the cool part. But, okay, that does black it out. This is neat, and I do like it. Yep, and therein lies that problem. I wonder if those need to be saved. Okay, it feels like maybe I actually do need to open with this because we actually kind of had... This almost worked. This one is the hard one, is the thing. Basically, I think this is the... I think the other ones are easy, but I think this is the crux of the problem. Hell yeah. I think what I did with the pinks was completely not necessary, but I missed that this was a thing. But here's the problem. We now have no way of doing orange. Like we can't touch that. So that's not it. So we're almost assuredly gonna have to use that. Maybe it's to just start. So sadly that doesn't work. It's an interesting idea, though. See? Oh yeah, we do hit that. It's like, that feels like a bad idea. But honestly, this helps. This breaks down what you can and can't do a lot faster. It feels like the blues are definitely the hardest to solve. We're so close. Let's say, I don't... I said, this felt like a reasonable answer, but it's not. Or is it? No. It almost works. Just not quite. But by having pairs, we can first break it down to, like, the permutations. Unfortunately, I know this doesn't work. For a couple reasons. The main one being that even if I got this to work, I can't get around for the blue. The problem is I kind of like need to leave that open. this doesn't work either. Which implies that the first... Like, I suppose this is an option, but it's not a good option. Yeah, so not a good option. Like, part of me says there's something to this. Yeah, see, but that takes that entirely off the table. How about this? We have that ordering thing where we change the order in which we do stuff. I think this is feasible. We're so close. I feel like the answer's here, right? It's just not. Because the real answer is doing this. But, it does, but then I can't actually hit this. I also can't do any shenanigans like this. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Okay, maybe... Because this would work too. If it worked, I mean. Is it working? The answer is sadly no. Like, we got it there, but I'm not gonna be able to get there in time. So thus, the question becomes... Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm really curious how this stacks up to the real solution. Like, I'm actually really curious. Oh, see, now this is complicated. But it's nice because it means that, like, if I do this, right, like, I have to... has to be white for that. I love it. That makes all the sense. So the red is the hard one to get here. Damn. This obviously doesn't work. Oh, hell yeah. I think we might want to do blue first. That's a problem. Because we have the post to catch down here. If we do the blue first, though... No, I'm just spiraling in. Damn. That doesn't work. So the problem is this right here, doing this, makes it so you definitely can't get back around, which means that if the upper left, the blue pillar there is 100% trapped. Okay, so this isn't correct. Well, I mean, we did accomplish it, sort of. This is actually a very simple fix, though. Boom.
What do you know? It looks like you're actually getting somewhere. Go team. Every anchor you take down breathes life into my console up here. It's amazing. Currently, the bridge door is sealed off, but I think that if I get enough control back, I just might be able to force it open for you. That way, you can come up here and let me out, right? Of course, it's easier said than done, but we can cross that bridge when we get to it. Get it? Never mind. It is so cozy in here. A vanilla-scented candle would not go amiss in here, would it? I used to come here all the time. Marmalade and I, we would come sit in here for hours with the fire on and just chill, you know? I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm kind of talkative. He was the opposite, the anti-Juniper, if you will. I think the time we spent together in here really helped us, or me at least, wind down and deal with being out here for so long. Whoa. This is crazy. I've never been in here before. If Canary found out about the state of this place, she would flip a... Wait, what did he do to the bed? How did he sleep? This man is an enigma. I remember hearing about this creature on Earth, right? A farm animal? I heard they slept standing up. Maybe Aubergine was the same. He did have augmented legs. Come to think about it, I also remember hearing that a common pastime of Earthfolk was to tip over these animals while they
tipping.
slept.
Not a thing, is my understanding,
Can't
but
find
I
myself
have no
full of
idea.
regret, dreaming of what could have been. Ugh, so empty. Almost clinical. Why is everything lined up like that? Just so you're aware, this is how everyone's bedroom looked before we moved our stuff in. Minus the fish, of course. Canary sure loved her fish. I think maybe she related to them on a personal level, you know? All cold-blooded and scaly, blank, expressionless eyes, her mouth doing that thing where it opens and closes all the time.
Wow,
nothing
that
of
is
any value ever
fucking
comes out.
savage.
Nah, she was all right. What's... I don't think I want to talk about this. Not now. Maybe never.
I feel like we're getting more insight.
Oh, really? Did you have to come in here?
Oh, this is her
such
room.
a mess. Sorry. Messy room never really bothered me. I've heard it's a sign of intelligence. But honestly, if that were true, I probably wouldn't be stuck in this damn cockpit. If only I were trapped in there. I still never finished Pocketbook Wrestlers 3. It's crossed my mind a few times while I've been up here. God knows I've got time to finish it now. Last time I played I was stuck, but I reckon I now know how to get the paperclip mask from the stationary mountain to unlock the rubber band belt. Hey, maybe when we get out of here we can play something together. We'll have a lot of time to kill getting back to civilization. I have to warn you though, I'm rather competitive. Oh, Vermilion. I miss that old man. He just had this, like, warmth, you know? I could tell him about anything, and he would just summon wisdom like it was nothing. He was from Earth as well, which, you know, it's just nice. I've never been there. He actually left Earth for the first time to come on this mission. That's what all the photos are of. His life on Earth. I know Pistachio was particularly interested in a photo album of his house. She used to sit and flick through it in her downtime. He used to live on the coast next to an ocean. Can you believe that?
Because there's collectibles in the upper rooms, the main room, and the lower right room. Maybe they're not all accessible right away. Oh, there it is. Nucleus Industries. Voted to the top. TFC endorses augmentation provider. Are you considering a new upgrade? If not, you should be. Augmentations are becoming a standard in our society, not just as a fashion statement, but now more than ever as a leg up in any workplace. Want to stay viable? Want to keep ahead of the curve? Become a better you today. I'm not gonna lie, that's something that both interests me and terrifies me as a whole. See a card there. So there's a collectible in here. Somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna use one hand to mash E and the other to move around. I suppose it might be referring to this, but that seems unlikely. To me, anyway. Maybe it's just not here yet. Interesting. Alright, we've got a whole lot of passwords now. Which is entertaining and odd, I suppose. I thought I saw that on the ground. I do kind of like that you get like a little bit rewarded for paying attention to the little stuff. But this is the top 4. There's so much to this game. But yeah, that's going to be it for the actual puzzle solving today. I think. It's been a decently long episode, but we also got a lot done. Yeah, the color strips on the floor. Wait, is there only one puzzle here? You have to go from smallest to largest. So you do. Oh, that leads to over here. No, it doesn't. That's just its own thing entirely. Okay. So we got even more done today, wouldn't you know? I'm really enjoying this game though. It's difficult. I'm not gonna say it isn't difficult because it's pretty hard. Like this is. Some of these are really challenging, but we did. Oh gosh, we didn't have to bust out the Photoshop today. We did not. That's okay though. I don't think that's inherently bad or anything. I mean, I would argue it's good because it meant that I didn't get stumped on anything too hard. Like, almost did, to be fair, almost did. But not quite. But yeah. I think that's gonna just be a good place to call it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Filament. I hope if you haven't already, you've picked up the game and are playing it ahead of me, so that you can laugh at how dumb I am when it comes to these puzzles. Because that's the fun part of this. I suppose you could watch it, and when I'm done, go buy it, and then start playing it then, and that would allow your brain to have forgotten the solutions to some of the puzzles. But not the concepts, which would probably make it easier. But honestly, there's a lot of plot drive to this. So, like, it's obviously very intermittent, but with the amount of stuff that just is here, the amount of puzzles that are here, like, even if we're just getting a couple plot beats now and again, that's still not insignificant. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. But until then, Keep your gears turning.